Hello Capricorn, this is your extended reading. Well, I feel like this extended, it's talking about your sovereignty, this domain of yours, this very stable and independent place that you have wanted to be in, right? But somehow it took you some energetic work to set firm boundaries from someone specifically, and just allowing this independence to come through you as a consequence of the energetic work, right? And once you achieve it, just enjoy it. So we were saying in the first part how, once you do get to this place, right, you have a lot of warmth coming from the sun. So it's your time to enjoy and to just bask yourself in this pleasant feeling, right, that's coming from the sun. So what I'm sensing with the first card that is starting your extended, being the Tower, and it's interesting because in yesterday's reading for Sagittarius, the Tower card came with a similar message that was talking about a process of rebuilding themselves, right? Rebuilding who they were, but also, well, I say similar because for you, Capricorn, the way that I'm seeing here, this Tower is like quite literally perhaps you're building a home, right? Or it's just like I feel like your physical space right now is very important to you, and this is what you wanted a long time ago. This is what you really desired. It's like this is the manifestation of the independence that you really wanted for yourself, right? And so because the Sun was the last card of the first part and the Tower is the first of this extended, I feel like it's almost like the sun is shining, and it's like it's lighting the way of this rebuilding process. You see what I mean? So also one thing that came through in Sagittarius reading was talking about you laying brick by brick in this reconstruction, right, of the Tower. And this is what I'm seeing with the next line that is following the Tower. So it's not coming through with destruction, which would be, the traditional meaning. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's like you have done that job energetically by setting those boundaries, healthy boundaries, from the requests, from the from this one, right, who didn't know the limits, right? So this, it's almost like slowly but surely you are rebuilding this independence, right? But in a physical kind of sense. It's almost like perhaps you have just moved to be on your own, right? And this is something that is giving you this sense of fortitude, is how it's coming through with the Tower. It's like this fortress that you're building, right, with healthy boundaries around you, like limiting your space, and in a way, but there is an opening. That's what I'm questioning. It's like you are setting those healthy boundaries, but in a way it's not like you're blocking everyone from your space. It's almost like in this rebuilding process you have to be on your own for a little while, right? But I feel like even though you are doing this on your own, even though you are very independent, like you are perhaps very self-sufficient, right, Capricorn, and you don't need anyone right now. That's the message specifically with the Nine of Pentacles and the Tower. It's like you can do this on your own. You have proven to yourself that you can do this on your own, right? And you rather be on your own right now than to carry the loads of other, or the heaviness of others, or issues that are not yours, right? Problems that are not yours. So for a little while I feel like you are preferring to be on your own, in a sense, right? To just bask in this sun, right? In this sovereignty that you have established, right? So it's just like you're enjoying your own company in this rebuilding process of this tower of your home, in a sense, right? It's interesting because the tower, it's coming through this stable home for you, Capricorn. But as I said, there is an opening, and I feel like in the midst of this laying brick by brick, right? Laying the foundations for this very beautiful and very strong, very firm reconstruction of your own self. And it could be like your own body, right? But I'm seeing it as home, right? But I feel like in this process, there is someone that comes along and surprises you in a way. And well, we'll get there. Okay. I'm just getting ahead of myself. But so we have the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So it's interesting because with these two Pentacle cards, right, emphasizing your manifestation, your independence, very very tangibly manifested, right? Very practically manifested. It's like, this is what I'm seeing. It's like it's like you're laying brick by brick, stone by stone, like every piece, every physical piece. It's like you're moving. It's like you're bringing your stuff into your new home, right? And you're doing so very, it comes with this message of stability, right? And strength, because, you know, the 4 and the 6, well, these two images, they provide this sense of firm foundation, right? So what you're building is on top of a firm foundation. And this is something that it's like, this is well, it's not your requirement in a sense, but it's like it's what you need to prove to yourself that you are actually doing this on your own. It's like you're proving to yourself that you can do it, right? So it doesn't have to be fast. It just has to be steady, right? Stable and steady. This is how it's emphasizing the stability in this process, you see? And so it's like you have managed to create something that you can rely upon. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's like, here it comes, you know, it's like another layer. So it's like this building process, right? That is slowly but surely happening, right? You're making it happen. But with the Two of Cups in the middle, right? In between the 4 and the 6, and you know, 4 plus 2 equals 6. So what I'm sensing here, it's like through the opening that you have allowed, right? So because in the first part, there were gaps that were holes in a sense, right? Holes in your energetic field that were, that someone really close to you was stepping into your own domain in a sense, right? And causing you confusion, causing you to not see one step in front of you, right? And feeling depleted. But because you have closed those gaps, closed those holes, I feel like this door, it's almost like part of the rebuilding process. So this reconstruction has one way in, one way out, right? So it's like you are defining those new entrances in a way. It's not like there are holes or gaps that were forgotten, right? Here it's like you are setting where people can enter into your territory in a sense, you see? And so with the Two of Cups, with this meeting of two hearts that are very aligned, right? Usually I see these Two of Cups, sorry about the noise. So these two cups to me are, it's like these two hearts beating in the same frequency, beating in the same rhythm. It's like this natural flow that goes like from heart to heart, right? And so this one is coming through the doorway that you have provided, or that you have signaled that people can enter through this place, through this opening, right? Not that you're calling people in, it's not what I'm seeing. It's like while you are building this foundation, it's like this, it feels to me like this one is like sensing you, right? Because it's not like you are verbally calling anyone. I feel like you are nurturing your independence. It's how it's coming forward right now, nurturing your independence. But it's almost like, it's like their heart is leading them to you, right? And they just arrive as you are reconstructing yourself, or as you are rebuilding your home, right? And they come to help. This is the most beautiful thing, because you know, the two hearts here, it's like, is helping you add to the foundation that you have built on your own, that you have built yourself, you see? So they're here to help increase this. It's like this exchange of the hearts is being manifested, right? They're here to help you just make this structure, this home, even more pleasant, even more beautiful, even more stable. But stable not only materially or physically stable, but also emotionally stable, right? This is gorgeous. And I feel like somehow what they're doing, it's not only, it's like they're lending a hand for you, right? Because they just want to be in your company. It's how I'm seeing. And I feel like it's such a beautiful exchange of energy, right? I feel like there is this, it's just beautiful, right? They're not giving too much. They're not trespassing any boundaries. It's like this healthy relationship. And I feel like this, it's like this love, right? This care, this this nurturing care, right? This nurturing help is growing, because we have the Seven of Cups after the Six of Pentacles. So we go from the 6 into the 7. So you see, it's like this, it's this beautiful dance between the earth matter with the pentacles, and then the emotional realm with the water realm, right, with the cup suit. So it feels like it's this beautiful blending. It's almost like it's this nurturing process. It's the best way that I can explain. It's like you're watering your earth. It's and it's made with love. So what I'm seeing with the Seven of Cups, it's also this rippling effect. It's like, so what they're doing here when they come in, it's like this drop in the ocean, but it's actually, so it's beautiful. It's almost like what I'm seeing now, it's like the Four of Pentacles is like this plant vase, right? And here they come with the water. They're watering what was actually very dry, right? Which it was stable, but it was too dry. So this water is coming to soothe things, right? And because we have the Six of Pentacles, it's like now this earth has room to grow, you see? So this plant, in a sense, which is a metaphor for you feeling grounded, for you feeling at home, right? In your own body, in your own physical house. It feels like there is room for growth, because there is this beautiful exchange between earth and water, between the practical matters and the emotional matters, you see? So it's like, it's this blending of your two energies. And what I'm seeing with this rippling effect, it's like this drop that multiplies. So it's like this love is being multiplied. It's like it's growing, right? And it's nurturing even more of this home, of this physical space. But I feel like, in a sense, because of the card that's following, I feel like this one, right, this person that comes along that brings you this nurturing, I feel like perhaps they could be this one that was just disturbing you or preoccupying you or stressing you out, right? In the first part, the King of Swords. Because after the Seven of Cups, we have you coming as the Queen of Swords. So perhaps, you know, I didn't see this so evidently in the first part, right? But I said that it could be your partner. And because you're coming through the Queen of Swords, yes, it's emphasizing that perhaps it is a partner, right? That you just needed some space because they didn't know when to stop asking you for things, right? They were just constantly relying on you and stressing you out, right? And so now that you have set those boundaries very firmly, I feel like you're coming to your own power, coming to your own strength again, right? And because this love is growing, it's like now both of you are being fed by one another, by those healthy boundaries, you see? And because both of you are coming with the swords energy, it feels like both of you are now capable, right? Because you have I hope I conjugate that verb right. You are rising. You are rising to their level of sovereignty because you have now built your own foundation. It's like now you have showed them that you are a sovereign being, that you are independent, that you can take care of yourself, that you actually desired that safe space for you, that you wanted to build something for yourself in a very practical way, right? And because you're doing so with a lot of brightness, it's like you're shining through in this process of just building your own independence or building it on your own. It's how it's coming through. Like you're basking in your own light in a sense, and they're seeing it. And because you're both are so connected, it's like and because actually also you have shown them that they can enter your space, but only through this doorway, right? Only through this manner, or only through, it's like you're setting healthy boundaries, as I said. And because of that, they just feel like you're meant to be together. It's how it's coming through. I know it's cheesy, but it's how it's coming through, right? And because it's almost like you're a good match, right? It's just that they didn't know when to stop requesting things from you. But now that you have risen to this level of sovereignty, of independence, of your own thinking mind, because now you can see clearly, like here, because they were, you know, clouding your mind with the Two of Swords from the first part, it's like you couldn't see clearly, so you couldn't set those boundaries straight. You couldn't talk in the same level, right? You needed some space. But now that you have come to this point, I feel like you have finally, you are finally now able to tell them what was going on, right? And I feel like somehow this changes everything, right? Because we have the Magician ending this part of your reading. And it's interesting because, you know, the Magician here is talking about like hands-on. It's how it's coming through. It's like, it's almost like you're telling them your tricks. It's almost like you're showing them, right, what you had to go through, or the process of this rebuilding of yourself, of your own home, of your own business, of your own body, of your own self-sufficiency, of your own stability, right? So now it's like you're talking in the same wavelength, and you're telling them what your tricks were, in a sense, right? It's almost like you're showing them what you had to do to get to this point of sovereignty, right? But the beautiful thing is because of the bottom of the deck being the Temperance card, right? And to me, this emphasizes this energy of the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups, it's like this minor arcana version of what sometimes the Temperance can be in this higher level, in this multi-dimensional, more, it's like it has more energy, it has more roots, it's how it's coming through. But it's like this, so this connection that they feel towards you, it's like you feel it too with them, right? But now that you're coming with the Queen of Swords, it's like you can show them what you had to do, like what you actually did, like hands on, right? What you all of this rebuilding process that was perhaps very physical. And in a sense, it's like now it's also emphasizing this, right? This exchange between you two. It's like now you can feel each other's cups, right? Now you can actually exchange energy with one another without depleting yourself. And I don't feel like they were depleted by you. I feel like it was, you know, the other way around in a sense. But now that you're telling them how laborious it was, right? How it's coming through as time consuming, but it feels like it was pleasant for you. It's just that it's like it required a lot of hands-on work, right, from you. So now that they see it, it's almost like you can now exchange this love, right? This emotional energy without depleting each other. So let's see what the runes have to add. I know that we're already in 22 minutes, but I don't want to leave you without any final guidance. So let's see, Capricorn, what the runes want to tell you. That's beautiful. So we have Chiron, and I feel like this is this honest well, okay, so many cards. This is this honest conversation that is happening, well, through the Magician, right? But between the both of you, right? Because Chiron is the wounded healer, and it feels like there was this pain that either you were shutting in or you were not communicating, right? Because you had to do this healing work on your own, right? To set these healthy boundaries from this one, to find your own sovereignty, your own independence, and then reestablish this connection, and then allow this love to grow again, in a sense, right? But with a lot of honesty from your part, because this is what I'm seeing with the Magician. It's like a lot of honesty coming from you. And so by doing so, it's like you're healing not only yourself and the other, it's like you're healing the relationship between you. So just allow this to happen, like allow this vulnerability to come through in this new way to exchange your emotional bodies, in a sense, or just your emotions or your love, right? Yeah, so Capricorn, this was your reading. I hope it was helpful and insightful for you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, take care. Okay, bye.